Everything you want in your backcourt.
So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
Maxey, no good. And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. Here's Brown. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
And Embiid throws it down.
Assist goes to...
Defense looks helpless against Embiid on that slam. He's just too physical.
Tatum, that's for two. Lays it up and puts it in. Tatum's got his second basket.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game. And that's something that should really get Brown going. Alley-oops like that, that really helped the momentum.
Tyrese Maxey.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Maxey. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. Maxey's got 7 points.
Remarkable work in transition. Maxey just overwhelms the defense when the break is on.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Embiid. The rebound by the Celtics. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Hey guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Oh, that is well said. They're being handed 3 points and just couldn't convert.
2 shots.
Richard, so many things about Jrue Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Brown inside the line. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
Quick down the lane. Brown flying by defenders.
Maxey into the lane.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Substitution on the court.
1:35 left here in the first quarter. Driving in. Al Horford with the rebound. Celtics trail by 3. To the middle. Here's Hauser. Lays it up off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Tyrese.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
He's a small guy with big hops. Maxey goes up high for that finish.
Pass to Pritchard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Here's George. And Boston with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And it's sent back by George. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Walsh can't get it to go. The 76ers leading by 4 to the left side wing. Here's Embiid. The shot from the low post is good.
Assisted Tyrese Maxey.
Here's Pritchard. Here's Walsh. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
The end of the first quarter.
And so
With
it's
the
Philadelphia
score,
with their
the
lead
Celtics,
standing at 6 points here at the end of the...
16. The 76ers, 22.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've made a point to take what's given to them in the mid-range. The jumpers are falling for them so far.
And another key for them tonight, attacking the basket. Taking it right to the hoop. Never a bad idea.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA. And sometimes we're all guilty of judging them.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise is...
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Celtics trail by 6. Tatum, that's for 2. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's now 6 points for Jason Tatum. Here's Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
Here's Holiday. That's in. And he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
That one, no good. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Trailing by 4. Tatum's shot is off. And here's the fast break. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Drew Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report.
Jason Tatum.
Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
Brushing off the contact. Look, the dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
Paul George.
And that one's good.
Assist
George.
from Kyle
Second quarter of
Lowry.
basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Tatum, no good. The 76ers lead.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Top of the key, Porzingis. Here's Brown, and he banks in the lane. And it's 6 points for Jaylen Brown.
A very athletic play by Brown. Getting the ball inside and working his way to a high percentage shot.
To the inside. Here's George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Jaylen Brown. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Here's Lowry. And the layup's good off the glass.
Lowry.
Lowry's got his first basket.
And try and name a 6-footer who likes to operate inside more than Lowry. He is a beast.
And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
Now, here's Lowry. Here's George. He takes it in. And then George with the jam.
Lowry.
What a move. Look how under control George is with the ball.
Tatum no good. Here's Philadelphia. They're on an 11-3 run right now. And George with the stuff.
I'll be honest, he's having a better quarter than a lot of my nights back when I played.
Tatum no good.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Assisted by
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The kick out to Tatum. Pass to White. Takes it inside. And here's Porzingis. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Outside, George. Some solid defense from Brown. Celtics trail by 12. Here's White. Hands it from downtown. White's got 6 here in this quarter.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
personal foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Substitution on the
The
floor.
76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Sixers.
Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent fit has really improved his play.
Deciding to change it up.
Entertainment.
.44 seconds left to play here in the half. And here's Embiid. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Second.
The Celtics have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
Both shots good from the stripe.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The size and skills of Embiid, it just makes him a tough cover. Sometimes you just got to foul the big fella.
Shooting for Philadelphia.
Second free throw, no good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Inside. Oh, he's going right to the rack. Embiid.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
The Celtics.
Paul George.
32. The 76ers. 44.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Here's Pritchard. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Joel Embiid.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Boston,
David.
timeout.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Celtics trail by 14. Outside Tatum. Here's Hauser. That three off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Embiid.
Joel Embiid.
Basket counts.
Assisted Eric
And it's 13
Gordon.
points for Joel Embiid.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
You can't give up these corner 3 balls to Tatum. That is a recipe for disaster.
Here's Grimes.
Quentin
And he
Grimes.
goes in for the dunk.
The assist.
And how about breaking
Eric
out the
Gordon.
Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Bona.
And it's good for 2.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Pritchard.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
From
Look, when Porzingis has it there, there's not much you can do defensively.
Out left to the wing. Oubre outside. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. And they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit.
With the league's 65-game rule, Joel Embiid might have trouble making another All-NBA team.
Yeah, he's only reached that 65-game mark twice in his career. But he's still a lock to make the Hall of Fame, Kevin, because of how dominant he is when he plays. And look, he's already got an MVP.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Brown. Good D by Embiid.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Here's Embiid. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Oubre inside the three-point line. Lets it go with a 3. And Pritchard pulls it down.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Here's Tatum. And he uses the glass on the layup. Tatum's got 13 points.
I love seeing Tatum exhibit the passion that he has shown us tonight. Such a motivated performance by him.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And clearly Joe Mazzulla wants to talk things over with his team. Both teams making some changes here.
For Boston's own Celtics Entertainment.
We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. Oubre for three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Jr.
Oubre's got his first 3 points of the game.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
And stolen by Drummond. Pass to Oubre. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Grimes. And the 76ers get it back. Back to Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. No good from outside. Celtics trail by 14. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Back to Craig. Here's Tillman. Still scoreless.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Here's Gordon. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game.
Will 76ers.
Philadelphia ahead. They lead by 12. And after... And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. See if that fire gets lit, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Philadelphia leading by 12. And finished off by Oubre.
Oubre Jr.
A powerful finisher. Oubre Jr. You deserve to get dunked on when you let him get inside. Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Oubre on the wing. Back to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
A list of guys as strong as Joel Embiid in this league is very short.
Here's Holiday. And it's sent back by Drummond. For three, Oubre. Rebound by the Celtics.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Pass to Embiid. Oubre outside. Now here's Embiid. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone
on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
The numbers Embiid has put up over his career speak for themselves. He'll go down as one of the all-time great big men.
Right side, Gordon. Stolen by Holiday. Brown inside the line. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 8 points for Jaylen Brown.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 21.
A dominant night for Joel Embiid offensively. He's taking whatever he wants.
Up top, Brown. Oubre with the steal. Down low. Porzingis with the steal. And the turnover again by Boston.
Sixers ball.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Up top, Embiid.
Boston foul.
Yeah, Embiid just terrorizes defenses on the inside. Good luck guarding the big fella.
Second team foul.
And a chance for just a second to check
At
out
the
the
line
scoring
for the
breakdown
76ers.
for the 76ers.
Joel.
They've been hitting consistently from mid-range all game. It's been a big part of their offensive production in this one.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
Pass to White. Lets the three fly.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
To the paint. Stolen by Holiday. The Celtics working the ball around now. Porzingis with the ball. The kick out to Tatum. All sorts of time. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Shoots it.
2 minutes remaining.
They
in the
get the
game.
rebound.
2 minutes.
To the middle. Here's Gordon. Unable to get that one. Excellent D there from Holiday. Here's Tatum. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Now, what hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
Here's Embiid. And the 76ers get it back. To the inside. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Takes a three. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics trail by 18.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the 76ers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Joel Embiid.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Pass to Drummond. Now Embiid. From past the arc. "17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shoots the three. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Brown inside the line. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily.
The end of the game.
This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David